Welcome to Life Esteem, a program committed to delivering information that's important to you and your community. Your hosts are Nathaniel and Patricia Gadsden.
Hello and welcome to Life Esteem. As always, we enjoy having you as a guest. And today we have some very special people as our special guest, Mavis Nimoh, I'm going to say it right, who's the Executive Director of the Dauphin County Drug and Alcohol Office, here in Dauphin County. And also we have John Branch, who's a student with the youth, Jonathan Branch, who's a student with the Youth Advisory Council for the Dauphin County Drug and Alcohol Services. Yeah, I'm gonna get it right here. But anyhow, welcome to the show, both of you.
Thank you.
Hey, you guys have been doing some great work. In fact, this Youth Advisory Council is doing tremendous stuff. Mavis, tell us all about it.
The Youth Advisory Board started in April 2010. At the time, our prevention supervisor, Sherry Clauser, she had been kind of looking at other counties and some of the things that were going on. And she thought it'd be a great idea if we brought a Youth Advisory Board to our department. And I thought it'd be a wonderful idea too, to kind of give us ears to the ground, so to speak, on what the youth were doing. And since we were trying to create prevention programs for youth, who better than to advise us as administrators and directors in the county than youth about what programs and interventions would probably work best. And it's been giving us a pipeline into some of the trends that are going on in terms of drug use, some of the messages that best reach youth, what programming they'd like to see. And then they kind of took off running when we created this board. It has representation of all students throughout the county, in all school districts. And they took off running, and they decided they also wanted to give back. In addition to learning about different substances and how to prevent use among their peers, how to educate their parents and family members and community members, they also wanted to give back. So they've been doing a series of community service projects. They've been involved in leadership camps. They've gone to soup kitchens. So they've kind of just created an identity for themselves and are doing really positive things throughout the county.
Put it in context. Your office does exactly what? What kind of things do you manage and oversee?
Well, we are sort of the agency that is there to assist individuals with addiction issues, and it runs the full spectrum. So we have individuals that may need outpatient services, rehabilitation services, detoxification. We're sort of that insurer for those who are uninsured or underinsured to help them make the referral into treatment and then be able to pay for a stay in treatment. And then we also do prevention work and intervention work as well. We're in every single school district in the county through the Student Assistance Program. We serve as liaisons. And then we have a network of community-based prevention providers that we contract with who do all sorts of prevention work. And then we're also doing gambling. And we do have a relationship with Life Esteem, who is actually serving as our gambling coordinator. So we're doing problem gambling work and prevention in the county as well. So we run a full spectrum of services that goes from treatment all the way to prevention.
Now, Jonathan, okay, we've known you for many years, saw you grow up, okay, from a young man, and now you are 20 years old, I believe you told me now. It's amazing how fast these young people grow up.
Yes.
But you're part of the Youth Advisory Board. Tell me what your experience is, what you've been able to really feel that has assisted and helped support you and then the young people you're with.
I believe they have helped me create, I think, a positive message on what I want to do in life. Like Mavis has said, we have been going to soup kitchens. We have leadership conferences and camps that I believe help us embody who we are as a group. We have so many diverse people come along with us, and we get to meet new friends and different people and create a positive message all in one.
Yeah, good stuff. I know that there was a survey recently, Mavis, that you participated in, had an integral part in, that talked to high school students about issues in the community. And that's called the, what is it called? The Youth...
the Pennsylvania Youth Survey.
Thank you so much.
With funding and assistance through the Bureau of Drug and Alcohol Programs, we were able to conduct youth surveys throughout all the school districts in Dauphin County. Every single one participated. We hope that for the first time we'll get some baseline data in some of the districts that we don't have any information on in terms of use, patterns, issues. The PACE survey goes through a full gamut of questions. They're not all related to drug and alcohol or gambling, but They encompass bullying, they encompass home life, school environment, all of those sorts of things. So we're very excited about having that opportunity because we'll be able to use it as an agency then as a marker to kind of gear interventions and what school districts may need certain programs versus others. So it's a very powerful tool.
Good.
Now, with your youth advisory board, I know we have another one of your members going to be joining us here shortly, Angela Urban.
Yes.
And you've had the most wonderful opportunity just recently to come back from a retreat.
Yes.
Tell me the kinds of things that happened at the retreat, Jonathan. What did you all do?
OMG, I think that was like so exciting. I tell them every year it gets better and better. This retreat, I think, embodied exactly who we are. We've done things like laser tagging. We had a group from Philadelphia actually come in and talk to us about drug and alcohol services. We did a activity with puppeteering. We went to a dinner theater. We did improv. We did a lot of things as a group. It was really, really fun.
I think the camps are designed. One of the strategies in prevention is something called alternative activities, in addition to education and distributing information and doing things in the community. And whenever we can provide opportunities for them to do things that are what we would call protective factors.
Right.
So opportunities to congregate with other peers and do activities that have nothing to do with drugs or alcohol or any of that. It's one of our prevention strategies. So in addition to having a good time, they were doing something called On Appleby Pond, which is looking to become an evidence-based programming where they would serve as older mentors and would be going into elementary schools and middle schools and putting on puppet shows. The shows are designed with a drug and alcohol and substance abuse prevention message around them. So they were learning about that. So there was a combination of fun things and educational things, and all of our conferences and trainings. We try to create an environment where they can not only enjoy themselves, but they're learning something that they can use then in their schools and their communities.
Excellent. I like the activity that you did just the other night where you had people stand up based on the number to call.
Yes.
And each person had to say something about themselves, their hobbies, but also they talked about why they were part of the Youth Advisory Board.
Right.
And I thought that was very powerful. And they all mentioned family, just about all, anyhow, mentioned family.
Everybody did.
Yeah, yes
Almost.
indeed. Jonathan, why was it important for you to be a part of the Youth Advisory Board?
When I first started, it was so important for me to become part of Youth Advisory Board because I've seen in my neighborhoods what was going on, and I've seen friends being tore down because of drugs and alcohol. So I wanted to be that positive role model and that spokesperson for people to want to change, and I wanted to be that person.
Yeah. Do you get a sense that it's working? I mean,
It's very much working. I see a lot of friends changing because I'm a big role model, I think, in a lot of my friends' life. I see a lot of my friends changing, or at least wanting to change their habits because they see me doing something positive.
Good stuff.
You know, it's interesting you said that because last night you mentioned the young man that became a part of the Youth Advisory Board.
Yes.
And that it came in actually at the, I guess, encouragement of his probation officer.
Right.
Talk about that. I thought that was powerful.
When we started the Youth Advisory Board, there's a lot of programming in schools and in the communities, and sometimes what happens is the kids that may not need the intervention don't seek them out. So we wanted to make sure that our Youth Advisory Board encompassed all students